All right, as the title implies, this is our ride to the Pymatuning Lake area. It's up around Jamestown, Pennsylvania. It's about an hour and a half away, and it's just me and Todd today. The wives didn't join us. Okay, right now we're on 356, heading north. From there, we'll hit Bonnybrook Road, and then on to 422 to 19 through Mercer. Mercer, we're going to split off and take 58. 58, we'll ride into Greenville, and then through Greenville and stay on 58, clean into Jamestown. Okay, let's not pretend. The music that I have to cover up what I'm listening to on the bike is horrible. I try to go through it and find the best selections I can, but if I don't do it, I can't put the videos up. Because right now I'm listening to Eddie Money, the No Control album, and it's an awesome album, and it takes me back to my high school days. This is Route 422. We're getting ready to cross over Lake Arthur. Lake Arthur is a part of Moraine State Park, and it's a really nice area. It's a great lake if you know how to fish this lake. There's supposed to be big stripers in here, but you got to know how to fish the lake is what I'm told. I've only fished it a couple times and have had little to no luck.
Drop the beer.
Now we're coming into Greenville, Pennsylvania. It's a small town. The population's around 5,500. Back in the day, this was a manufacturing hub for a lot of different companies and manufacturers. Anywhere from automobiles to railroad cars. The bridge works was in here. Flour mills, grist mills, a cement block factory. If you name it, at one time they probably built it in this area. One of the more interesting facts I found out about Greenville is a man that was born here. His name is Gus J. Kafert, Staff Sergeant, United States Army. Ended up being a Medal of Honor recipient for actions taking place in World War II, and sadly he died in 1944. We have to remember guys like this because it's because of him and guys like him that we're able to get out and do what we enjoy doing every day. On a lighter note, every year I seem to hit the same car show as I ride through Greenville on my way to Pymatuning. And I couldn't tell you the date. I hit it by chance. One of these days I'm going to have to stop because as I ride through, there are a lot of nice cars. And it's a big car show. There's a lot of nice cars through here. All right, and one last thing about Greenville, Pennsylvania. It is the home of Thiel College, a college affiliated with the Lutheran Church, which, my dad was Lutheran growing up. My wife and her family are Lutheran. So that always kind of stuck out in my mind that, this college was in this area. Now we're going to be coming into Jamestown soon. When you come into Jamestown from Greenville, you're going to run into the Pymatuning Deer Park on the right. It's a nice small zoo with a decent-sized petting zoo area for the kids. And as you drive through Jamestown, you're going to run into Byler's Amish restaurant on the other end of it on the right. Awesome restaurant. Highly recommend it. Stop in, grab something to eat. And Jamestown, it's a small town, even smaller than Greenville. Population's under 600. As we pull out of the boat rentals, we're going to make a right and go through Pymatuning State Park on the Ohio side. This Within this park, you can rent a one-room cabin, and then they have 2 and 3 bedroom cabins. Now, this area is special to me because in 1989, me and my wife spent our honeymoon in this park. My wife's paternal grandfather, Sam, had rented for us for the week a one-room cottage. So this area has always been special to me. We've been coming here for 38 years now. It has truly become a home away from home. And no matter what you're dealing with, at least in my case, I forget just about everything up here. I love to fish. I love to ride the trike through the area. There's decent restaurants. It's just a nice area. I can't recommend it enough. Now we're going to make a right at the light and go across the causeway, which is a land bridge that separates the northern and southern parts of the lake. There are 2 points where you can go underneath the causeway to get from one end to the other. One's on the Ohio side and the other's at the Pennsylvania side. We usually use the one at the Pennsylvania side. when we're out on the boat. But it saves a lot of time from going around the lake to have this land bridge here to get from Andover, Ohio to Espyville, Pennsylvania in a hurry. Now you'll notice coming up, this is the Ohio side, you'll notice coming up on the right, even though it's closed right now, that the Ohio side has a nice pull off to get down into park and fish. Right here it is. They must be fixing stuff or redoing it. Great area to pull off and park and fish right off the causeway. The Pennsylvania side does not have that. You just have to take your chances and pull off the road as far as you can. And when you do, you're not getting out of the passenger side because of the guardrail. And you're passing cars pretty close while they're on the side of the causeway. You'll notice that here as we come up alongside the PA side, and you'll see some cars parked along the side of the road. All right, as I said, this area is very special to me, and I love coming up here, but that goes well beyond me and my wife spending our honeymoon here. My in-laws, long before I met my wife, would rent cottages up in this area and vacation here. And after we had got married, we would stay with them in the different cottages they had rented. But they ended up buying this cottage. I can't remember the year. And it's between Andover, Ohio, and Linesville, Pennsylvania. And their whole idea was to end up moving here and spending out the rest of their days. But sadly, my father-in-law passed away in 2007, and I was very close with my dad. We did a lot of things together. We did a lot of fishing, and just spent a lot of time together, and I miss him every day. But after that, my mother-in-law decided to move to the cottage on her own, and she lived up here for 6 years, and until she could no longer take care of the place. And now she's in Virginia, 81, but she still makes time to come up here at least once a year to the area with a friend of hers, and they check in on the cottage and the new owners. And when they moved up here, the couple across the dirt road became very good friends with them, Bob and Pam. And sadly, Pam has passed on since then. But Bob still lives there, and my mother-in-law still keeps in touch with him and still checks on him through phone calls and the once-a-year visits when her and her girlfriend come up to spend the weekend. So me and Todd decided to pop in on a good friend of ours and surprise him. Uh, Once we got to the lake area, we called him to make sure if he was going to be up here. He has a trailer up here on a camp lot. So we decided to go see him, and we ended up going to a late lunch, early dinner at a restaurant called the Crooked Paddle. So now riding up to the Crooked Paddle where we're going to eat, you ride past the Linesville Spillway, where anybody from this area knows the saying, it's where the ducks walk on the backs of the fish to get the bread that you're throwing to them. Uh, Anybody that's been here knows there is a crap ton of carp in the northern end of this lake, throughout the whole lake really, but up here they just congregate because they know they're going to get people to feed them, and you can buy loaves of bread on the cheap and just throw it out there, and the ducks and the fish fight over the bread. One up here on the right is the fish hatchery. It's a good way to spend anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes. They have a huge fish tank with every kind of fish in the tank that you would find in the reservoir. Uh, it's pretty educational. You can actually get down into the basement and see the hatchery itself. Uh, like I said, 30 to 40 minutes. Uh, Amy doesn't like coming here at all, but I enjoy it. Okay, as we come up here and pull into the parking lot of the Crooked Paddle, it's a pretty good restaurant. We tend to come up here a good bit and eat here when we're in the area. It's usually between this and Byler's in Jamestown, but there's a couple other good ones here too. Uh, it's a good family restaurant that I say doubles as a biker bar, because you get you got a lot of bikers that come in here, but it's a relatively quiet place. The bar is off to the one side, and the restaurant's in the back. But I can highly recommend this restaurant. It's a good place to eat. And now we're headed home. We're just passing the Pymatuning State Campground that we rode through on the way up. Uh, so it'll take us, an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes to get home if we don't rush. And we're really never in any kind of rush. That's why we ride what we ride. We don't ride sport bikes. Uh, I'm on a Goldwing. I'm on an old man bike, for crying out loud, with three wheels, and Todd's in a slingshot. really in no hurry to go anywhere. We're just out to enjoy ourselves. So now we're pulling into the BP station at the end of Jamestown as you go right into Jamestown. And for some reason, these pumps wouldn't take my bank card, so we ended up getting gas in Mercer at the Sheets. All right, now we're back on 422. This is Todd pulling up beside me. I wanted to get some footage of him going down the road in that green machine of his. Like him or not, these vehicles are pretty cool. I personally, I wouldn't have one instead of a bike or a trike, but in his line of work, he has seen a lot of dirt caused by motorcycles, and he used to have two. He had an old 1000cc Harley Davidson, and then he built a '69 Triumph Chopper. And when he had kids, he gave it all up, and this is what him and his wife do now. They love to ride this thing. They've had it to Myrtle Beach with us. They've had it to North Carolina. They've had it out to Columbus, Ohio. He enjoys it, and when it all boils down, it's all in what you like. So this is it for another ride. Another one in the books. We always have a good time coming up here to Pymatuning. Anytime we get a chance to ride, it's a good time. Here we are on 28 headed south. You're going to see Todd coming up over my left shoulder as I take the exit to go home, and that's it. I would ask you to please like the video, please subscribe. I'm starting to put more content up, and just everybody out, if you're out there riding, be safe and have a blast.